You see, it's like super tense already. Everybody damn gana.
Oh yeah, Spain. Germany goes back. Oh yes, 3-on-1.
Another 2 minutes plus.
Whoa.
For Flynn. Flynn chips it in for Fable. Fable up the right wing now for Flynn. A shot scores!
Great goal there.
One. Now it's Kuklu. He brings it in. Chips it for Malmston. Malmston center scores! With a goal in tonight's game. Kuklu with one as well. Malmston with 2 assists. Now we'll have Brendan Clark. A shot right in. Scores! Brendan Clark. See Pascal look to center it there for Matt Cohn. Can't connect with him. Now Bennett slides it deep for Bullock. Bullock to the backhander. Score! And he can't get it to go. See Jensen there with a goal. Bo Jensen hit. Marcus Malmston behind the net now. He's joined by Liebler. That's Liebler with the puck. Break for Clark. Score! Pascal avoids a check now with some time and space, and he will break down the left wing with some speed. A quick shot in. Score! The penalty has expired. 5-on-5 hockey here. I would say with an opportunity of backhand and score. But it's Marcus Malmston who turns it over, but now it'll be Mike Liebler with some time all alone. Shot score. Either way,
Training staff dealing with him.
Pascal now for Bullock, and he's
Slipping off there, but
right.
I tell you what, that thing is locked in.
Yeah. As you see, Kyle slap it all the way down the ice, and now it's Flynn who has Fable with him. Jake Flynn to the backhand and score. They'll put it rink wide for Cohn. Cohn the slap shot scores. It's a luxury, really.
Yeah. Especially for a guy like
one Andary with Flynn, the backhand score. See Wilkinson now, a good pass to Flynn over for Fable. He's
4 pointing against the Hawkeyes. 13-27 into the second period. Charging at number 41, Patrick Wright. Until the end of this period, the top of the bleachers. Leads the Hawkeyes. 15-28 in the second period. Roughing at number 15, Ryan Saley. Cyclone skating final four. Coming in the Hawkeyes. 9:35 into the third period. Cross-step.
2-minute minor. Consider himself lucky, but it is the Jayhawks to the power play. We saw some glimpses of greatness from this five-man unit last night, of course, quarterbacked by Derry Berry.
Yeah, Derry Berry's out there again. There he is, right here.
Quick shot right in. Isman with the acrobatic save, and he will steer it to the corner for Kyle Van. Good play there from...
Van almost spatted at him with his hand there.
Isman makes the save, but more pressure here. A shot right in, and that's off the side of the net. Justin Jez with the rip, and he'll get it right back. A quick shot right in now with some time and space up the right wing. A shot, that's steered wide. Jayhawks with some control here. 1 minute and 9 seconds left in the penalty to the Cyclones defender, Sean Crawford. And the Jayhawks will take a whistle. He pushes the face up. That time it's the Jayhawks who gain control in their own zone, and they'll start out with it. Brandon Colbert all the way up the left wing. Intended target, Matt Berard, can't connect. The goal scorer, Brennan Clark, will get to it. A sure thing for Clark. Bo Jensen now in his own zone. He will shovel it down the length of the ice. Full wholesale line change for Iowa State. So now the Jayhawks will bring it out. 19 seconds left. One last rush here. It's broken up by an errant feed. Wilkinson plays it there for Matt Bennett. He's pressured by the Jayhawks forecheck, but he will come out with it and put a pass right on the tape of Malmsteen, who was involved in that first Cyclone goal. He'll spin off a check. Now he'll bring it down for Wilkinson, who can't find. Matt Bennett will leave it for Liebler there. Malmsteen and Liebler. Now 25 White. Bennett. Give and go with Liebler. Takes a shot right in.
No traffic.
Liebler with the puck at the blue line. He will hold there for Van. Van with the slap shot, redirects in front. The goaltender down and out. Quick to the butterfly, but manages to get the stick out there and make the save. So now it's Bennett at the blue line with the puck. He will fire it deep for Malmsteen. Malmsteen to the backhand. Cyclones will get a partial line change as Ralston hops on the ice. We'll see Malmsteen get directed into the end wall there, and now it's the Jayhawks out. Chipped in, they'll get a line change. Ralston now pulls out from behind the Cyclone goaltender, Ismond. He will get it to the blue line, and Chris Kuklu hops in on the forecheck. KU will just dump that puck down the ice, and will be icing on the Candy Brigade here up in the press box. Airheads, M&M peanuts, anything you'd ever imagine.
Yeah, this booth, you know, we get treated well here.
Yep. He's talking to the rink manager there, who's refilling our mini fridge underneath the booth there. I told him you were sick of Diet Coke. You were more of a Coke guy, so he's corrected that.
I'm a cherry.
Cyclone hockey fans, and welcome to the Al Murdoch Show. I am your host, Ivana Suess, and I am joined by the one and only Dr. Hockey, Al Murdoch. How are you doing today?
Hey, good to be here, man. Live. It's going to be a great show tonight. The culmination of a great season. Holy cow, I can hardly wait. Let's get her going.
Definitely. We get to wrap up a little bit of the season, and then we will also be joined by some of these seniors. which just had their last game this past weekend. How'd that go this past weekend?
Oh, it went real well. It went real well. Everybody had their shots at Geritol, and they played real well, those seniors. I don't know if they'll all be here tonight. Some of them didn't have enough Geritol, so they might not show up, but that's all right. We'll see who's here and who's ready to go. That's what it's all about, Cyclone Hockey.
So this past weekend, we got to match up against UNI, University of Northern Iowa, which is one of our bigger rivals. What's that like playing against such a big rival?
Well, we needed to get that win to get the mythical state championship. Everybody around Ames, Iowa was talking about it. Everybody in the state of Iowa, they're wondering who's the best team in Iowa, and it's Iowa State, of course. We pounded Iowa in December, and we pounded University of Northern Iowa this last weekend. A couple of good games, 9-0 on Friday night and 10-0 on Saturday night. They were barn burners. Absolutely, I couldn't see an empty seat in the house. They were jam-packed.
It was pretty packed, and to walk away completely shutting them out the whole weekend, what's that like? That's got to feel great. That's
good. Eric Hudson ending his senior year, on a shutout note was great. Bringing in the two young guys, Karras and Isman, is even greater, looking toward things in the future. We played 8 different defensemen on the weekend. We played 13 different forwards on the weekend. So even though we had 5 graduating seniors and a bit of nostalgia around the arena on Friday and Saturday night, but that's all right. They got to sing the song, and that's what it's all about.
So when you get to put all 3 of your goaltenders in net, how does that exactly happen? How does that work
it gets crowded in there. When all 3 are in the net, it gets real crowded. But we try to shift them in there in tandem. So Hudson started on Friday night and played the whole game, and then Karras played a period and a half. And we've done that before. We don't want to take a shutout away, but between Karras and Isman, they shut them out the whole game. So I guess they get a share of the shutout for that game.
Now, we actually have a quick video that we're going to play highlighting some of the goals and hits of the weekend. So we'll show you guys that right now.
You bet. Love the hits, love the goals. Holy cow. Here we go. Look out, UNI. Here we come. Bodies flying all over the ice. They got background sound on this. We're going to have thousands and thousands of fans cheering and yelling. Jeez, Liebler sets up another one. I swear the seniors, they were in on every goal this weekend. Unbelievable.
They're playing quite well. I believe Matt Cohn had a hat trick on Friday, and I definitely saw a lot of them. Their names were flying up all over the place. So they played very well.
You bet. Good camera work. Man alive. People all over the world. For the game, we had a fellow who was in the military drop the puck on Friday night, and he said all his buddies, 400 or 500 guys over in Afghanistan, were watching him drop the puck on Friday night and watching the game. So we got people all over the world watching our games. End-to-end action. I'll tell you, UNI's goaltender, he got a workout this weekend, no question about it. Some pretty goals and some pretty setups. Pretty good passing. This could almost be the highlight reel of the season.
So back to those hits, we saw a lot of aggression from our team, but not so much on UNI's side. How did that work out?
Oh, they couldn't catch us. They weren't fast enough. They couldn't catch up to us, and our guys are too quick. They put the moves on them real well.
So it's not too bad of a way to end the season, going out on a sweep and 2 shutouts both nights, but it has to be a little bit bittersweet. You know, it's the end of the season. You've got a couple of seniors leaving. How's that feeling?
Yeah, it would have been nice to, end it on a winning note at Nationals, but at the same time, I think it leaves a good memory for the seniors playing at home in front of our fans. It doesn't get a lot better than that, and it's up to the freshmen, sophomores, and juniors to carry the season a week or 2 longer next year.
So with the end of the season, this is basically it. What do you guys have lined up for off-season?
Off-season, a lot of the guys will be doing off-ice training. They might take a few days break, but a lot of them I know are already in the weight room, working out, wanting to know if they can get some of our materials so that they can do that. And our coaching staff is working on revising our materials, and they'll have that out by the end of the week.
All right, so you mentioned a couple of different places, or a bunch of different businesses are coming to sort of showcase what kind of gloves and gear and skates they've got. How does that work?
You bet. All the major hockey equipment dealers like to come to Ames, Iowa to show off their stuff. They know that we play in front of great crowds. They know we get players here from all over the world. So as an example, tomorrow Reebok's going to be in town, CCM Reebok, and they'll have skates, they'll have sticks, they'll have gloves. They'll have a little bit of everything, and our players will have the opportunity to see what the new stuff is for next year. Actually, we've had a few players that have placed orders. So the Reebok guy, Kirk Thomas, is coming in tomorrow about 2:30. Players will meet out at our locker room, and we'll have Bauer will be in later on in the season. The Easton dealer, the guys like the Easton sticks, but lots of options. Todd Johnson, outstanding equipment distributor. He'll have some sweatsuits and hats and coats and jackets and gloves, and they were the major provider for the team for the World University Games. So like it when the equipment dealers come to town and they give us good discounts, and they do a lot of advertising for us. So it's a win-win deal for them and for us.
That's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to see what they come out of after that. All right, well, we are going to cut to a quick commercial break, but when we get back, we will be joined by some of our graduating seniors.
It's going to be good. Pascal Bullock.
Welcome back, Cyclone Hockey fans. All right, so we are joined by some of our graduating seniors. We've got Mike Liebler, Jordan Pascal, Matt Cohn, and Court Bullock. How are you guys doing tonight?
Very good, very good.
Okay, so to reminisce, I guess, a little bit about your time with Cyclone Hockey, if you guys could maybe just go around and share your favorite moment with Cyclone Hockey. And again, if you could state your name, because that was a little bit too quick.
I'll start off here. I'm Mike Liebler. I'd say my favorite Cyclone Hockey memory would have to be last year's run to the national tournament. That and probably my freshman year, our trip to Arizona was a pretty memorable one. And as far as my favorite Al Murdoch quote, there's too many to pick my favorite, but I like the rookies seen not heard one, and classic man alive always did too. I'll pass it on to Pascal. Right. Well,
I don't know.
Man alive, we'll start passing the microphone here. Hey, we're live.
It's just on the bottom. Well, anyway, to get back to some of this, Coach, we actually chose all of the players as our Cyclone Hockey Players of the Week. Why did you pick them?
Why did I pick them? Give me the microphone back. Holy cow. We're in the age of technology. We're at Iowa State University of Science and Technology. So here we're handing a microphone. Holy cow. What was the question again?
The question was, why did you pick all of these men for the Players of the Week?
Players of the Week because they exemplify, what we're trying to do with Cyclone Hockey. Academics right up there in the front, and look at these guys, a couple of engineers and a couple of business and marketing people. They exemplify, getting the grades, doing the right stuff, and then on the ice, they left it all on the ice. This year especially, there wasn't a game where I thought they had anything left at all. So real proud of these guys.
All right. Well, congratulations, guys. And if you could just pass the mic back to Mike, because I don't think we caught all of that due to some technical difficulties.
Man alive. Get after it, Mike.
All right. Mike Liebler. My favorite Al Murdoch quote would have to be, rookies are seen, not heard. I also enjoy the the Man Alives and some of many other ones, but those two stick out in my mind. And then my favorite Cyclone Hockey memory would have to be last year's run to Nationals. We came second there, but we had a great group of guys and a great run. And as well as my freshman year, we went to Arizona for a couple games down there, and that was a pretty fun trip. So those two memories are my favorite.
I'm Jordan Pascal. I'm going to go ahead with my favorite hockey memory here. Like Mike said, probably going to the national tournament last year, runner-up. That was pretty amazing. And then our trips up to Canada, they were pretty special. As far as my favorite quote, happened this year, is when a guy was he's yelling at the bench. He wanted to fight someone. So Coach Murdoch goes, "Oh, he wants to fight someone? Tell him to join the Army. He'll get plenty of chance to fight someone there." I thought that was pretty funny.
Hi, I'm Cord Bullock. I'd have to say my favorite Cyclone Hockey memory would be that national run we made last year. Just the group of guys and just everything about being in that hotel and just the dramatic wins and the fashion we did it in would have to be my greatest memory. And as far as my favorite quote, it'd probably be, I think it might have been my freshman, sophomore year, I'm not sure, and coach is talking about how we gotta get on Ohio, and they got a good power play, and he goes to us, he's like, "Ohio's got the best power play in the world." And so I don't know, that always stuck out to me, and I don't know, a lot of good memories, a lot of good quotes, but I'm going to pass it along to the Illinois boy.
Good evening. My name is Matt Cohn. Just joined the team this year, actually, and so far, my favorite Cyclone Hockey memory would definitely be just going to the rink and lacing up the skates with a bunch of good guys all year long. We had a great locker room this year with great people who filled it up, so I enjoyed doing that every day, and I really enjoyed our trip to the University of British Columbia this past season, where we got to play some Canadian teams. I really enjoyed that.
Well, sounds good. Sounds like you guys have a lot of really good memories with Cyclone Hockey. But do you guys have any advice for these incoming rookies? I mean, they're going to be out there skating and probably won't have any idea what to do. So do you guys have any advice for them?
Should I start it off again?
Please do.
I forgot my favorite Al Murdoch quote, too. We do a lot of things here, and Coach kinds of jokes around with us, and he says, if you don't like it, just take up tiddlywinks, which I always enjoyed that one. And just this past week, I had one more. There was one of our players were laughing on the ice, and Coach didn't really like that very much, so he got back into the locker room. He looks him square in the eyes, and he's like, "You're not laughing now, are you, laughing boy?" So I got a kick out of that one. Just advice to rookies. Everyone says it goes fast, which it does, but I would just like to say live in the moment, because college is all what you make of it, and definitely what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. I'm going to pass on the court here.
I don't know what I have to say for the rookies. I guess just reinforce what us seniors have tried to teach you guys over the years, and getting through it. And as much as you want to, just give it up, and there's the door kind of thing. You really gotta just, you fight through it, and you got a great group of guys around you, and that's what it takes, and that's what it's all about. So.
I'm just gonna go. I'd say my advice for rookies would be to just, take advantage of the relationships that you build with people within the team, not only teammates, but staff, coaching staff, professors, friends, whatever you have here at school. Because eventually people graduate and they move on. And, it's nice to keep in touch with those people, and it's good to have those relationships, the rest of your life. And just have fun with it and take advantage of the time that you have. And like Cone said, live in the moment, and it's really probably the best thing that you can do.
I had to agree with all these guys too. I'd say one of the biggest things for me is try to find someone in the team that's been there before, and kind of see how they do things and how they get through every day and every year. I mean, it's 4 years. You build pretty good relationships with some of the guys here, and these guys here are some of my best friends, and they'll always be like that. So, you know, you have lifelong relationships when you stick it out 4 years of Cyclone Hockey, and it feels pretty good when you finish up.
All right, well, with this season ending and you guys have graduation just right around the corner for a lot of you, what exactly is in the future? What's the plan?
Well, I'll start off here. My plan would, I'm looking for a summer job right now in my field of construction engineering. And then off in fall there, I'm going to try to head over to Austria, have a couple tryouts set up over there for some professional teams. So cross our fingers with that, and hopefully I can get on a good squad over there, and then hopefully I can come back in the summers and work as a construction engineer somewhere, and then do that for a couple of years and see how it goes. So that'd be my 5-year plan, I guess.
I guess as far as career plans as of now, I still have one more semester of school. So this summer I'm interning with the robotics company, which I'm hoping might turn into a job offers back home in Fort Collins, Colorado. It's pretty close to where I grew up. But, you know, who knows? We'll see what happens and see you know, where my options take me. I got some options right now, which is nice, and it's with my degree I can go in a pretty broad variety of different jobs. So, you know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, like with Pascal, I got a broad, my major finance. I can do a lot of things with it. So, as far as the summer, I'll probably look to try to get some sort of summer job, and hopefully related to my major, and keep my options open from then on. So I'm not exactly set whether I'm ready to hang up the skates or not, but I'll find out here soon. So.
Future plans. Let's see. With the season coming to an end, just hitting the books hard here. Finishing up this semester and working out hard. Also, I'm gonna, hockey will always be a part of my life, and I'm gonna try and get into a few camps next year and hopefully play professionally a little bit. Get all that out of my system before I hit the real world and get out there and get a business job. That's my plan.
Sounds like you guys all have pretty solid plans. All right, so it's pretty obvious how you guys have influenced Cyclone Hockey as far as goals go, assists, points, you name it. But how do you think Cyclone Hockey has influenced you guys?
Cyclone Hockey has influenced me in a variety of ways. Not so much college in general, along with Cyclone Hockey. Coach does a great job at preparing us for the next step of our lives. I've always said since day one I've been here, he takes young boys and turns them into men because of all the responsibility that he puts in our hands when we first get here. Really stresses the academic side of life, which has proven if you're doing well academically, usually your life is in order and you're doing well in other areas. But I just appreciate that, and definitely ready for the next step of my life.
I don't know, just the whole experience of managing school and practice, and the strenuous schedule we endure has prepared me, and scheduling my time wisely, and getting my priorities straight. And so in that regard, hockey's done a lot for me, and Cyclone Hockey's done a lot. It's given me the opportunity to do both school and play the game that I love. So I don't know.
I was taking the side where I figured if I can get a degree here at Iowa State and play sport at the same time, then I can really do anything, as far as career goes, career demands. I think that's a big thing that Cyclone Hockey really did for me. Also, a lot of people I think struggle or have a challenge of getting to know a lot of people socially and stuff when they first move into a new environment like college. With hockey, you come in, you move right in, you're automatically, a group of people together trying to accomplish the same goal, which is nice. You always have someone to go to, or friends, and what have you.
Yeah, I agree with what Pascal said about coming into a group of friends, a family right away. I also think Cyclone Hockey what Court said as well is, the time management. They're always doing something. It's either at the rink or doing homework. So I think that prepares us for the real life, because that's once you get out there, you're not taking a lot of time off. You're always going. So I think that's the biggest thing. When I have free time now that hockey's over, I don't know what to do with myself. So it's a good way to be, and prepares you pretty well for the real world.
All right, now, Coach, the guys have answered a lot of different questions, but any of those that you want to touch on?
Oh, I'm just really proud of these guys, all 5 seniors. They've done very well. They're going to be successful in whatever they go into. They may not realize it, but the next step is a little bit like the step they took before they came here as freshmen. It's a little bit of the unknown, but I've given examples, and now these our 5 seniors are going to be like the Glenn DeTulios, the Rob Howitts, the Pete McCusics, that when they finished their degree and they went on to play pro, all those guys, they came back in the summertime and they trained and they worked out. And I remember Glenn DeTulio, before he went over to play in Norway, he had his degree in his hip pocket, and he worked out with our guys until about the second, third week of the season. And then he went over and lit them up in Europe for 3 years, and he's just finished his 10th year of professional hockey. So I think these guys could very well be similar to that. They can play as long as they want. They can do whatever they want anywhere in the world. They're ready to go. These guys are ready.
All right, well, thanks, Coach, and thank you, guys. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break, but when we get back, we're going to talk about how Cyclone Hockey never sleeps and what's going on in the off-season.
Good job, guys. Super job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Arts.org.
Welcome back, Cyclone Hockey fans. Now, earlier we were just joined by 4 of the 5 seniors, and that was just really interesting to see all that they had to say about Cyclone Hockey and their favorite memories. How about that, Coach?
You bet. Really proud of these guys. But as you mentioned, things won't slow down a bit. They've got midterms now. They've got final exams coming up here in a few weeks. They've got off-ice workouts, and I'm pretty sure the seniors will be working out just about as hard as everybody else because they know that'll help them get good grades. It'll help them whatever job they have in the summer and going into the fall. And we don't slow down off the ice either. We're full bore on recruiting. Coach Tofty, Eric Tofty, is our director of recruiting. He's making contacts with players all over the world. We're being more selective than I think we've ever been before, looking for the very best academic students we can find anywhere in the world who happen to play very, very good hockey. We're after players that have played 2 to 3 years at junior, that are leaders in the community, maybe wear a letter on their jersey wherever they're at, and have a specific interest in academics. If they're uncertain about what they want to study, I'm uncertain whether we want to have them here at Iowa State. And we can be selective. We had 10 freshmen this year, and I expect all of them to be back. We had 9 sophomores this year, and I expect them all to be back. We got a good crew of juniors who will become seniors. Actually, a couple of them, if the good Lord is willing and lets them be healthy. We've got lots of events. We've got the banquet at the end of the month. People can get on our website and sign up for our banquet. We've got the Visha Parade, always a popular event, and our players and cheerleaders will be part of that, riding a fire engine. We've got the call-a-thon. That's become a huge thing. This will be the 20th anniversary of our call-a-thon, and we're actually working with the Iowa State Foundation this year and using their call room, and that's very professional. They've got the computers, they've got the headsets, they've got everything going, and our alums absolutely love to hear from current players. We're going to open up our souvenir availability. We're going to make some of those items available online, and we're going to have a couple of special sales yet this spring. And it doesn't slow down at all. Our marketing team is 15, 20 off-ice people that help sell the tickets and help set up the program. And we had a meeting yesterday at 5 o'clock, and I'm excited about the marketing team because they're really anxious to get going. As As a matter of fact, we're going to have a competition here the next couple of weeks on what our theme will be for next year. So all the viewers and listeners out there, if you've got a good idea for what our theme should be, it'll go on the poster, it'll go on the pocket calendars. People will be saying it all over the country about Cyclone Hockey. So send it in, email it in to me or to our website, and we'll see what we can use. If you're interested in being part of the TV show or part of our marketing team, send an email as well. Everybody's dying to be a part of Cyclone Hockey, and our game program, you've got one right there.
I do.
We've got close to 200 people in the game program, and it's one of the best. It's an award-winning program. It's one of the best in the nation, and we expect it to be bigger and better than ever this next year. Had a chance to meet with a couple of our super backers, Dan Buffington and Cedar Rapids this morning, and Rod French from Des Moines, and they're anxious to help us take hockey to the next level. So lots of exciting things there. We're going to be meeting with our alumni and sharing some of those ideas that what the alums want to see with Cyclone Hockey in the future. And I think we're going to have a bigger and better TV show next year. We're going to have a bigger and better program. I thought the crowds were outstanding this past weekend. You couldn't find an empty seat anywhere, and it's going to be even bigger next year. There's already talk of playing games, if not back in Hilton, at least in Wells Fargo and Des Moines. I know the flood did some damage, but there are fans that are saying, hey, let's get in the bigger venue and take the winning program a step further. So don't be surprised if we're playing teams like Iowa and the big name teams in bigger facilities next year. We need those facilities because when we're sold out and have to turn fans away, we hate to do that. I just feel as though our program is doing really well. I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize the cheer squad. They have worked very, very hard this year. They had an outstanding cheer squad clinic this past weekend, and I got nothing but compliments back from those people and all kinds of other people on the professionalism. Josh Rame and yourself, Ivana, have done a wonderful job, along with the rest of the crew, to make the B2 broadcast worldwide possible. You know, just the example this last week of our military people over in Afghanistan watching our show. It's just unbelievable. I know Momston's family back in Sweden watch it. Even if it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning in Sweden, they like to watch it. And I know our alums, the seniors that were up here, wherever they're at with their jobs and their careers in the future, I wouldn't be surprised if they're tuning in either to Cyclone Hockey in the future. And it just keeps getting bigger and better every year, and we're really proud of that.
Well, thank you, Coach, and we're going to keep working on it, even expanding to maybe a couple of different cameras and maybe an ice level shot. So we're really looking forward to that. But also, you know, as we're wrapping up and this being our last show of the season, there's so many people that we would like to thank that have helped out with Cyclone Hockey, in addition to the players and the seniors and the marketing staff and the cheer squad and anybody that has been involved in Cyclone Hockey to make such a great season that we had this last year. Absolutely unbelievable, and our sponsors have just been tremendous. Without their support, it wouldn't be possible. Without Iowa State University and Telecommunicative Arts, this show wouldn't be possible. And one of our great sponsors, Pizza Pit, holy cow, is their pizza good? And I can smell it coming in at the end of the show every Tuesday night. And I can't wait till next fall to get Pizza Pit coming back, because it's the best pizza in town, and they got the wings, and holy mackerel, it is good. I can smell it coming in the door right now. Pizza Pit is #1. All right, and that was the very last Al Murdoch show of the season. So we look forward to seeing you guys all out next season, and have a great off season. You bet. Hello out there, Maxine. Thanks for watching. You're our #1 fan, Maxine.